Excuse me. I'm still tired from, I don't know, I slept really late this morning, so I'm kind of groggy and stuff, so, yeah, I want to thank you all for, I mean, I know I got some new subscribers here, because, like, funny thing is that, like, when I left on Friday and came back on, when I left on Friday I had 18 subscribers and now I have 23 than when I came back yesterday, so I want to thank you for those of you who have subbed. It's awesome, so I thank you very much again. And I would just like to let you know that this is a YouTube orbit. I'm making a video every day for an entire year, possibly more. I already discussed this with Ergo and Illuminata and Treatise that even if I don't upload a video on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, and if I upload it on like all on Sunday night or Sunday or on Monday, then I'm still a orbiter. Even if I mean, I'll be filming on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but I won't be able to upload until late Sunday or Monday. So that's according to Illuminata, and I think Ergo also said this too, that still makes me a orbiter. So that's what I'm doing. For those of you who don't know, the 5 of you who have just joined. So I'm going to talk about something philosophical today. Like recently, I got this book by David Hume, Treatise of Human Nature. Let's have a little bit of history of modern philosophy here. Back in the modern philosophy times, it's like 1700s. Modern to philosophy means like 17 and 1600s. Okay, so you have Kant. Kant wrote the Critique of Pure Reason and a bunch of other ones because he wanted to defend against the empiricists. Okay, Kant was a big metaphysician. You know, he came up, he talked about noumena and all these other awesome things. And then you have Kant, which I've talked about him in previous videos. So you can just scroll down the uploads, and you can find stuff about that there. And also, there you have Kant, and you have the empiricists. And the empiricists include David Hume, John Locke, George Berkeley, and a couple others. And then you got, like, on the other side, you got, like, Malebranche and Kant and a bunch of other ones, and Spinoza and all these other metaphysicians that are against the empiricists. But the big three empiricists are Hume, Locke, and Berkeley. But this book is by David Hume, so I've read a lot of this already, so I just wanted to talk about a little bit of it. Okay, the first section of this book is called "The Origin of Our Ideas," and here what he does is he talks about our perceptions. Okay, our perceptions are basically our ideas. So what happens? He says that our ideas our perceptions are divided into impressions and ideas. Okay, impressions are things that are so strong and so let me see. Those perceptions which enter with most force and violence we may name impressions, and under this name I comprehend all our sensations, passions, and emotions as they make their first appearance in the soul. So he's talking about our sensations. Like, I mean, if I see a bright white light, that's a sensation there, that's an impression. Or if I am really sad about something, or if I'm really happy about something, or anything emotional, or any strong perception, that just immediately makes an impact on our soul. that is a impression because of how it makes an impression on your soul, basically. And then the other one are ideas, because by ideas I mean the faint images of these in thinking and reasoning, such as, for instance, are all the perceptions excited by the present discourse, accepting only those which arise from sight and touch, and accepting the immediate pleasure or uneasiness it may occasion. So basically, ideas are things that we encounter by thinking and reasoning, and then we have to. It's almost like synthetic ideas, like analytic ideas are probably perceptions or like impressions to Hume, and ideas are probably like synthetic things to Kant, and like just because we have to think and reason with them, so that they're faint and they don't immediately make an impression upon our soul like that. So, and then one thing that I find weird that he says, as on the other hand, it sometimes happens that our impressions are so faint and low that we cannot distinguish them from our ideas. What the hell does that mean? Okay, if you're gonna make, I find a problem with that. Okay, I don't think it's an impression if it's so low that it doesn't make much of an impression. I mean, I think it would probably be an idea. I mean, there's probably things that we think and reason out that are of our emotions and things like that. Those end up being ideas. So I don't think that we can have an impression that we can't have impressions that are so faint and low that we cannot distinguish them from ideas. So I think that these impressions that he's talking about that are so faint are just ideas. So I disagree with this little passage that I've highlighted here. So that's why I highlighted it, because I totally disagree. And then he makes, over here, he makes another division. This division is into simple and complex. Simple perceptions or impressions and ideas are such as admit of no distinction or separation. The complex are contrary to these and may be distinguished into parts. Though a particular color, taste, and smell are qualities all united together in this apple, it is easy to perceive they are not the same, but are at least distinguishable from each other. So, I got out an apple in the fridge. So, you probably can't taste or smell this right now, but I can. I'm not going to eat just because I just had dinner, so I'm not that hungry, so I don't want to waste an apple by biting into it right now. Because I don't want to do that right now. But I can see how this is how complex this is, because I can see the colors on it, okay, and I can smell it. Because it smells like an apple, so I can have that. And then if I were to bite into this, I would taste something sweet, and I would taste possibly a little bit of bitterness in there, depending on what kind of apple this is. This is a pink lady apple, I think. So, I mean, there would be three things. There would be three perceptions that would be of one thing. So I can see how that would be complex. So, I like how he exemplified this, which is why I highlighted this part again. Highlighted something else. So, I just wanted to get into that real fast. I mean, I read the whole beginning of the book, the whole part about the origins of our ideas. So, yeah. So, and then let's go back to. I have a problem with this. Like Immanuel Kant wouldn't do this. So, I just have an issue with that. With the fact that if an impression is so faint that it can't be distinguished, so I think that's dumb. So, what do you think? What do you think about, what do you think that? Think about some impressions or ideas that you've had, or some simple and complex ideas and impressions that you've had, and tell me if you think, because like in another video I've talked about synthetic and analytic a priori and a posteriori from Immanuel Kant, so you can compare those two. And if you want to go to a place where I talk about Kant, you can click right here, because I can't remember what video that is right now, but it's there. So later.